Welcome to Network Spotlight. I am Mikhail. So, who showed up to Dcentral? What's the overall sentiment? Are people still building? Let's talk about it today. But first, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you're a builder, building in Web3, and you need a security audit, DM me. Hey guys, so let's talk about Dcentral Miami, which just happened end of November. Overall, I would say it was a pretty good event. Now, last year it was better, but that's only because we were in the middle of a bull market. And so, of course, you can expect that this year there's not as much buzz around the event, but you can see who is actually here for the long haul. And the builders that are still building, they're not fazed by what's happening with SBF and FTX. They're not concerned about it. I'm sure they're paying attention to it, but they don't even consider it to be part of what's happening in crypto. Now, there are some folks that have been impacted by the turn of events, of course, and the VCs are no exception to that. And even if the VCs have not been impacted directly with the SBF, FTX scenario, they're still a little bit more particular or picky about where they're deploying their capital. Some of them are still sitting on the sideline. I had a chance to talk to Mark the other day from Lightspeed Venture, and he mentioned to me that right now he's primarily focused on infrastructure, which seems to be the case for many different VCs. They're either looking at the infrastructure layer, or they're sitting on the sidelines, or maybe perhaps they're looking at GameFi in particular because they feel like they have a lot of specialty in that area. So you're seeing more VCs being very, very picky and selective about where they are deploying their capital. And so for many projects, they really have to step their game up. And it's do or die for many of them because they need the money to extend their runway. They need to pay for development. And they also need to make sure that what they're building is secure. And security also costs money. So it's a very challenging time for many projects. But when you talk to these people, it's almost like they're not phased. They're very passionate about what they're building. And there's a lot of great use cases out there. So as I was walking through the conference, I really had a chance to see who really stood out and who was really active and where a lot of the people were hanging out. And I will say one booth that caught my attention is Secret Network. Now, that's not really a surprise because when I was at Messari Mainnet, they were pretty busy there as well. So these guys and gals, they roll pretty deep. The Secret Network is a blockchain that's built within Cosmos. And the Cosmos ecosystem in general is also very active from a development standpoint. So that's one area I'm really paying close attention to. But what's interesting about the folks over at Secret Network is that they have this friendship type bond with the people that are building within Secret Network. When I approached their booth, I didn't just meet the folks that work for Secret Network. I was meeting different builders that were building all these decentralized applications within the Secret Network. And it was really interesting to see how all the different use cases were so unique. So I had a chance to meet with Bushi. They had a little demo set up, and this really piqued my interest because the game itself had really nice graphics, and I wasn't expecting a game to be built on a network that's focused on privacy. So it's a very interesting approach. But what I really like about what they're doing is they're more focused on the user experience, the gameplay, and less about the crypto aspect of it. And I think across the board, anybody that is building anything of quality, they're realizing that, look, we need to get back to the drawing board. We need to focus on what makes gaming fun, and that's the actual experience, the gameplay, and not as much the crypto aspect. You know, the blockchain, it's something that's running on the back end, and there's a great use case for it, but you as a gamer shouldn't really feel that throughout the gameplay. Now, if you're a beginner, you can play the game without having to purchase an NFT or connect to a wallet. However, if you are more advanced, you know, you can certainly take advantage of those scenarios as well. So I'm really excited to see what these guys come up with, and yeah, really enjoy the gameplay. So this is something that I'm keeping on my radar to see how their development evolves. Somebody else I had a chance to catch up with was Serta. I talked to the CEO, or I should say the CTO, and they are building a decentralized certification platform used for IDs, certificates, diplomas, and other documents. This was a very interesting use case, and this is where I can see where the whole privacy aspect of what Secret Network is doing really makes sense in this particular case. And talking to them right now, they just launched, I want to say November 14th. So now they're looking to raise some funds. You know, they've utilized all the resources that they have, all the people that they have, but now they need to expand. They're hiring. So things are going really well for Serta as well. Another project that I had a chance to talk to was Alter Network. So these guys are building a decentralized communication application. So think of it as Telegram, except decentralized. What's interesting about this concept is basically there are no restrictions, right? If a country is going to limit your ability to use Telegram, well, if you're on Alter Network, technically you could still use it and you can still communicate with other people in other countries. So you could be talking to somebody in North Korea if it really came down to it. So that really shows the power of decentralization and also privacy. Now, the interesting aspect of this project is that they've got over 10,000 users already. So things are going really well. They've got aggressive development plans. What will be interesting to find out is how do you get the folks that are using Slack, that are using Telegram? They've got, you know, massive amounts of data already stored within these applications. How do you get those people to switch over to something like Alter Network? It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out, especially if you just recently heard the news that Telegram is planning to build crypto wallets, decentralized exchange. So they're obviously also thinking about decentralization. So it'll be interesting how this whole scenario plays out. But I really like the guys over at Alter Network. I think that they have really ambitious plans. And I think that with the Secret Network support, they can get a lot done. Quick note, ran into these guys. I met one of their BDs. They are node provider for builders that don't want to build their own nodes. I guess these guys are pretty big. You know, they've got a lot of partners. They support 15 different chains, as you can see. So things are going really well for them. You know, they're still hiring, which is really nice to see in these market conditions. Also ran into the folks over at Cadena. Met some of the folks from Cadena Eco, which is responsible for fueling the growth within the ecosystem. Their community is extremely loyal. Every time I talk about Cadena, I feel like the community comes out of the woodworks and they're really excited. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that. They've been around for a while, and now that they're finally starting to get some development going, I think it's got a lot of people excited. I had a chance to meet some of the projects that are being built. I had a chance to meet with Kobe from Eucalyptus Labs. In fact, I did a video. I will link it for you below. And those guys are coming out with Koala Wallet, which this is exactly what Cadena needs in order to expand and continue to grow. They need more wallets, they need more exchanges, and that's exactly what is happening right now, which is nice to see. Now, you may be thinking, okay, you're talking about Cadena, you're talking about Secret Network, but what about the good old Solidity, right? What about Ethereum and Binance and Avalanche? Well, I had a chance to speak with a pretty solid development group, Elevate. These guys are also pretty active within the conference community. I've seen them at the Dcentral event in Austin. Had a chance to meet Ben and Chase. Those guys are great, very personable, and there's no plans to expand to support other languages as of yet. They believe there's just so much potential with Solidity and so much growth within Ethereum and Polygon and all the other EVM chains that there's really no need to expand right now. They want to continue to focus on this area, and they're doing a great job of it. I've had a chance to connect with some of their clients. They're good people, and they do a quality job when it comes to develop. So that's Dcentral. If you went to the event, let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below.